scrapbooking this afternoon as the Scrappy Divas are still with us, and I joined the Scrappy Diva crew with some glitter and the little tagline on is the back. But we're so excited because their new shop is in Portland. It's popping right up, super popular with the community. But for those that are just getting into scrapbooking or have some of their stuff stored in a box saying like, I haven't touched it in a while, what are some of the ways that we can really build up our scrapbooking? And like, where do we, you mean like, you know, like where do we even start?
A lot of times it's the pictures.
Okay.
In the age of where everything is done online and the technology, this really is a lost art, but it's a beautiful art where you can just dig through those pictures and really think about the memories and try to pull them all together like in your own mind. And you can't, I mean, the technology piece is nice, but you can't beat this and giving somebody like a handmade scrapbook or a handmade something that you did on your own. But always starting with the pictures, and I scrapbook our theater shows, which we start with like 1,000 or more pictures.
Oh wow!
So it's ordering them, it's trying to weed them down. You know, there's all sorts of things that really you just have to kind of pick out those things that spark that creativity and really what you want the gist of the memory to be. I think is where to start. So.
I would agree, and it doesn't take, you don't have to have a lot of supplies to do it. So I've had people who have come into the store and they've said, well, I just don't know where to start. And I said, well, what you can do is you can actually come to our store and rent a table for the day. So you can rent an 8-foot table for the day for $10. You get a 10% discount on anything that you purchase during that time. And we are there to help. So if you're stuck on a page, you're not quite sure where to go with it, we can throw out some ideas.
Phone a friend. And what's really nice too, because sometimes, like, you know, when you sit down and you get down to crafting and you're like, oh wait, I ran out of glue or I ran out of this. It's right there in the store. So it all works. And it's sometimes good to kind of remove yourself from home and, you know, have some friends, put it out on the table, and it really kind of forces you to stay focused and be creative.
Right. Well, and having those other ideas, you know, other people to bounce ideas off is really nice. We find that when we go to our scrapbooking weekends too, that we are always like bouncing ideas off, showing each other our pages and giving each other feedback on things. And so it's nice to craft in just your own space sometimes, but it's always nicer when you've got a group.
And you know, we talked a little bit about the basics, but also too, we have some stuff that's a little bit more complicated. We have some friends here, as you can see, that these are made from paper or parts of paper. This is done through a Cricut, correct?
Yes. Yes. So this is Cecil, our Cricut cutie. He's adorable. I made him. He's all out of paper and hot glue.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and then this is Fred the Hedgehog. And Fred is actually a lantern. Unfortunately, his batteries are dead.
So light up the town.
Yes. So you can make cards. You can do gift tags. And do you want to talk about the Cricut crew?
Yep. So in order, because what we were finding when people get like their introductory piece to like the Cricut when they come to the classes, just to kind of get that basics, they go home and they still don't really know, even though we give them cheat sheets and all that stuff. So starting in August, we have what we're calling our Scrappy Cricut Crew, where we're gonna, the first Sunday of every month, we're going to be doing classes specific to a Cricut to show people different things on how to dive a little deeper into what you can do with the machine. Like our first class is gonna be making t-shirts.
Oh, just like this.
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
we do actually make all our own shirts. So, so that's where we're gonna be heading in August. Other fun thing in August is we're taking part in a tri-state shop hop. So we're between Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. All of the different scrapbook stores are going to be doing like specials every week, and you get a passport. So if you hit all of the different stores, get stamps, turn them in for prizes. All the shops will be having weekly drawings, different kind of fun things.
Yes.
So,
Oh, I love that. Really making crafting into a community. So we are so appreciative that you're here, because I know as a crafter myself, I'm definitely gonna have to take some of those Cricut classes and crews, because it's always good to learn. So you can find all that information and stay up to date on their Facebook as well, because it sounds like things are just getting started.
Yes, they are.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being the perfect Scrappy Divas. But speaking of fun, we're going to continue that over.